Today we're going to dive in and learn how to create some cards that are perfect for the guys in your life. Now I know so many of you ask about this and I just wanted to pop in and share some of my top tips on how you can create this beautiful one-of-a-kind card the easy way. We'll get a close-up look of this. It is super stunning and I feel like the background papers just help you get started and create this kind of like master artist look. It just makes you feel like you're a painter, an artist, and you create this creative little wonderland that's just so gorgeous. Now, I don't know if you have this collection yet, but it is called our Woodsy Wonderland collection. It has been an all-time favorite, and we're gonna jump into how to color this, how to create this beautiful one-of-a-kind card with this stunning opening. So with this, I stamped images from, I think, most of the sets within this collection. So I stamped some of this tree, stamped some of these leaves. There are just lots of different elements that really help you when you are doing scene building. Now, this one is called Woodsy Critters. There are so many cute little critters that you can add to your card bases and really have some fun creating and building that scene that comes alive with all those little critters. And here we have some more like what I call filler anchors, and it's called Woodsy Wonderland. There's this log which we're using today. We're using some of the little butterflies. There's a cute little raccoon and skunk, and then there's some some border essentials with some little flowers as well. So with this, to get started, we are going to dive into the coloring aspect and then show you how you can build your scene and utilize the decorative papers with this. So I've been kind of on a kick of teaching you how to use the decorative papers in combination and how, with your cards, and how to cut them apart. So with this one, I'm just going to go get started with green because we do have quite a bit of green. We're using the leaf green as a starter and just going in and adding the leaf green to all those areas. Now, when you have some green in your grass, I just use the very pointy tip of my sponge dauber, and I'm not afraid to kind of just very quickly just kind of color up into that log area. So with this, you are kind of coloring outside of the lines sometimes, especially if you use the sponge daubers. But just have fun with it. Like, you don't notice it once it's all done. And if you are a colorist and you have mastered coloring with markers, you can also use those. But this is a great, easy way to add the color to your scenes in a very easy manner to do that. Okay, so I'm going to use the olive, so it just adds a nice pop of dark green. And I see I missed one of my leaves, so we'll need to go back to leaf green again. And then I'll add some darker areas of green into my grass as well. So with the Woodsy Wonderland collection, this is a collection that has been an all-time favorite. But here's the thing, just this morning we added more items to our warehouse clearance, so we dropped more items in there. And if you missed it, you want to make sure that you go in and check it out. Every once in a while we'll add new items to it, and the Woodsy Wonderland plus some more items have dropped into that section, and you save up to 70% off depending on how many items you purchase. So make sure that you go in and get that. The good news is it just dropped this morning, but the bad news is once those items are sold out in the warehouse clearance section, they'll be gone forever. So make sure that you get yours. You'll save, plus you won't miss out on just being like, oh my gosh, it's gone forever and I can't get it anymore. So I don't want you to miss out on that. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of green by this fox. We're going to switch to orange, color this fox orange, and the belly of the bird will add a little pop of orange. So with this one, I'll do a light circular motion over the entire body of the fox, and then I'll go back and add a little pop of orange into some areas to kind of highlight and make that stand out a little bit more. And then the little birdie, we'll add a little orange on the belly because we're going to kind of do a blue bird. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so I think we have all the areas in orange. Oh no, we want to have some of the butterfly tipped in orange as well. I'm just like, okay, wait, which way are we going here? We'll go ahead and add the blue. This is a manganese blue. I know it's a little bit difficult. Actually, why don't I pick this up? And you can see a little bit better. It's a little bit harder to color this way, but hey, I think I can do it. Have you ever tried to color in the air while holding it up? I mean, it's doable. Sometimes you just have a little bit harder time with how much pressure you're adding. So I'm just going to kind of sponge that around the edge. Isn't that so beautiful how quickly that's colored? And then I'm just going to add a little bit of blue to my flowers down here. So just add a pop of blue. And then we're ready to add some brown. I am using the color Coffee in the archival inks, and this log, what we're going to do is just go sideways. So as you are watching, let me know where you are watching from. Tell me what you love about this collection. Do you have it? Have you created with it recently? I just find that it's such a perfect scene building collection. It's perfect for the guys in your life or the outdoor enthusiasts that you have in your life. It's just a great way to really get out into nature in the comforts of your craft room and just have some fun adding these little critters and creating these little scenes. Reminds you kind of a little forest fairyland, really. It's just so charming and beautiful. Okay, so we've got the log going, and then these trees, I wanted to just add little pieces of brown to it, little stripes, so to speak. And so I'll just add a little bit of brown because these have some white in the actual trees, the way they're realistic look. So I'll just add a little bit of touches of brown in here. However, when you are doing scene building and coloring, I am not a believer that you need to color it exactly like nature. You can use your own creative twist and have some fun with it. That's what crafting is all about. So we're just going to go ahead and add some more in there, and I need to touch off the grass. I always feel like I missed some greens. We'll add some green grass in the bottom. And our images are colored very quickly, easily, and beautifully. We're going to shape one item, which is our leaf. So I'm going to use our golf shaping tool and just press down, pull towards the center on each one of these leaves. And I do that pretty quickly. Now with this one, you are utilizing the papers as well. And these papers are super stunning. This is what brings this entire collection together. It is like an artistic, that's not even a word, artistic combination of all these images, but you can cut these apart and you can do beautiful cards the easy way. And I'll show you some samples of how these were cut apart at the very end. But I just took one of these. Let's see, I think I used one of the opposite sides. So I'm just going to flip this around because there are some scenes. I took part of this scene and part of this scene to create the card that we're using today. So with this, what I want you to do is take a 5x7 card, fold it in half, add your decorative paper to the top, and cut out an oval in the center. When you do that, just glue your decorative paper down, add your die, run it through, and you're ready to cut that out. Now your next step is using whichever sheet of paper you want to create the scene for the center. So we're going to go ahead and add some glue to this and pop this down the center of our oval before we glue anything else down. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that to the center. And then you can go ahead and add this beautiful lacy oval. I think the oval that I'm using today was the large oval, if I'm remembering correctly. So we're going to go ahead and just pop this on top, and you instantly have this base. Now, as you can see, this already has a nice base. Sorry, my hot glue didn't spawn right away, so it's kind of trying to move around a little bit. So this creates this nice base that you can quickly add your scene to it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add this happy birthday. I did add some foam dots to the back of it, and we're going to add some dimension to this. So you can go ahead and add this to the top, and you can just clip this off the edge. You can just go ahead and snip it, and that is all done. Now the next thing that I added was I went ahead and I added these trees right on the side, so it just kind of overhangs in the oval. So as you're watching, tell me what you love about this, and tell me if you have the Woodsy Wonderland collection, what you like to use it for. I just absolutely love the simplistic beauty of this collection. It's so easy to use, and it creates those scenes that you're so proud of very quickly. I think it's a great collection for kids as well. It's just a great one to kind of get you out into nature and have these beautiful images. So here you have that log just anchoring the bottom, and then you can put whichever little critters you want to accent these. So you have this little fox that's just kind of laying down. You can imagine what he's doing. He might be thinking about his next meal. He might be just taking a siesta, or maybe he's digging something or playing something in the grass. And then we'll go ahead and add these accents of leaves on the top. So since we shaped those are pretty easy to go right back in underneath that sentiment. When you're doing this, just make sure you don't glue your opening shut. which is easy to do. You could put a piece of cardstock in the back so you could protect yourself from doing that if you're scared that you will. Sometimes I forget. I'm like, oh no, what did I do? So then the little birdie, you can perch this little guy wherever you like. I'm going to just glue the tippy toes and bring him right in here into these branches. And then the butterfly, I'll just pop these wings up and add this up to the happy birthday to draw a little bit of attention up to that happy birthday. So it's as easy as that, and you've got this scene built. How cool is that? So what I recommend doing is take a bunch of these stamped images from the Woodsy Wonderland collection, stamp them in black or dark brown, whatever you prefer, and just spend some time coloring them. And then you have lots of pieces that you can very quickly and easily add to the background papers, and it will allow you to make those cards for the guys in your life or your outdoor enthusiasts. So I think this is just a beautiful way to create this beautiful opening very quickly, very easily, and it still looks like you spent a lot of time with it. So once again, we're going to look at the stamps in this collection, and then I'll show you a bunch of samples I have in front of me that I think you'll absolutely love. So this is the Woodsy Critters. This has a bunch of images, lots of different critters to add to your scenes. This is your Woodsy Landscape, which has those trees, a bird, and some leaves. And then here you have the Woodsy Wonderland, which has that log and some iconic pieces that are great for landscaping, along with your butterflies and some more little critters. And then here is your paper collection. If you have this collection and you've been using it, I would highly recommend stock up on this, because once this paper is gone, it's gone forever. And I would hate for you to be missing or out of this paper. So make sure you stock up on this as well. And if you miss it, what I said earlier, we just added this into the warehouse clearance drop, plus some more collections. So if you haven't been in there, those just dropped today into that section. That section you save up to 70% off, depending on how many items you purchase within that section. And if you are an insider member, you save an additional 20%. So it's a great savings. But the thing that I don't want you to miss out on is if and when those products sell out, those will be gone forever. So because they are no longer being made. So these are just some great ways to really add these together, utilizing those beautiful papers. Isn't that just stunning? So you don't have to do that coloring. The paper does it for you. And then you can just layer them together. So many different variations and beautiful ways to make that collection come to life. I just think it's just drop dead gorgeous. It's just like looking at a masterpiece of scenic images. So many different ways. And if you feel like, oh my gosh, I love this, but I'd like to see some more up close, you can pause the video once it's done, and you can rewatch it as many times as you like. On those samples. So I just love how all of that comes together. So hopefully this inspires you to get started creating some cards for the guys in your life or those outdoor enthusiasts. And if you don't have the Woodsy Wonderland collection yet, get it ordered. Don't wait. I don't want you to miss out on it. It just got into our warehouse clearance section. The items in that section, once they're gone, they're completely gone forever. You save up to 70% depending on how many items you buy within that section. So take advantage of that. And if you're an insider member, now's a great time to take advantage of your 20% discount on top of the savings we have. If you're not an insider member, become one today. For only $12.99 a month, you'll save 20%. You'll get free shipping on any order of any size every single day within the US. And you'll also have complete access to all of our online classes. There's over 50 online classes. In fact, we just did one at the end of August that people really love. It's a class on doing elegant Christmas decor and some ultra projects. So I think you'll absolutely love that. Those classes are $30 each. They are around 2 hours in length. There's over 50, and you have access to all of them for the low cost of $12.99 a month, plus all the other benefits I said. So get yours today. I can't wait to see what you create with the Woodsy Wonderland collection. If you have it, pull it out and show what you have created with it recently right here on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you next time. Bye.